This is Broadcast Obituaries, Gone Too Soon. We exhume a short-lived TV series, episode by episode, give it a proper eulogy, and answer the burning question, was it canceled too soon or not soon enough? Analysis, nostalgia, and our final verdict on TV's fallen heroes.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Rob.
And I'm Aaron. This is Season 3, Episode 2 of Broadcast Obituaries, where we're going to be watching Timecop.
Yeah.
The Emmy Award-winning TV series from the 70s. No? Different show?
I think that's a different show. That does not sound familiar to me. Was there actually one in the 70s?
I don't know. I was just making it all up.
Oh,
okay.
I don't know. You never know. Sometimes shows use the same names, even if it's not related.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I was BSing. So
yes, that is not this show. This show, I did not believe, was not even nominated for an Emmy.
I probably
which, after watching one episode, it's understandable.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Yes, definitely understand.
Yeah, so this is the spinoff TV series from the Jean-Claude Van Damme movie Timecop, which is what we opened season 3 with. So that was episode 1. We talked about that movie. So we're going to jump in and we'll talk about the rest of that series. All 8 episodes that aired before it was canceled. I can't believe it was canceled.
9 episodes.
9 episodes.
Yep.
The quality of episode 1 was just chef's kisses. It was so good.
It's something.
It was rough. Something. It was a rough watch. But before we jump in, just to let you know, we're going to do a little summary of the show. We're going to go back in time, and then we've got a movie in a minute for you today. So pretty excited.
It's a great lineup.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
Yeah.
Action-packed, 45 minutes to an hour for y'all.
So Aaron, tell us about episode 1 of Timecop.
Yeah. Episode 1 of Timecop, A Rip in Time. Jack Logan. So we've got a new main character. Jack Logan travels to 1888 London in pursuit of a homicidal genius who has taken the place of Jack the Ripper. Genius is a little generous.
Very generous. Very generous. Yeah.
He seems like any other typical bad guy to me.
He's homicidal for sure. But
that 100%.
I have some thoughts on the setup for this here at the end of the episode. We'll discuss when we get to the end. But that's why I believe they're calling him a genius here. But I'll get to it when we get to it.
Yeah, we're probably on the same page. Yeah. So I had some thoughts too. Yeah, but before we jump in, and this is so appropriate since we're doing Timecop, do you want to take us back in time?
You know I want to take us back in time. Yeah. Let's jump in the time machine.
Back in time. Back in time. Back in time.
We are going back in time to Monday, September 22nd, 1997. I believe you did not even give us the date that this episode came out.
Monday, September 22nd, 1997. Episode aired for 45 minutes that day. Sorry.
It sure did. So we're going to go back to then, and we are going to look at the top 40 for that week. Sound good?
Sounds great.
Great. We're only going to look at the top 10. And we will discuss all these. And I think I listened to these yesterday, and I know every one of these songs to some degree or another, which is pretty awesome because we haven't run across that yet for me in one of our Back in Time segments. And I said we're going to do the top 10. I lied. We're doing the top 11 because I know number 11 very well, and I wanted to bring that one up. But number 11 on our top 10, we're going to start at the end. Number 11, it's Sister Hazel with All For You.
Man, that's a good one.
I love this song.
My wife's a big fan. We've seen them in concert. Many times. That's awesome. They're really good. The lead singer wrote a children's book. And we went to see them shortly after my daughter was born.
Okay.
And he was selling copies of the book, and they had a song that went with it, a CD that you got with it that tells you how it was a while ago.
A CD. Okay.
Yeah. But pretty cool. Good stuff.
Nice.
Yeah.
That is
Sister
awesome.
Hazel. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Number 10 is, we've talked about her before. It's Jewel with You Were Meant For Me.
Yeah. That one is a feels song. It's right in the feels.
It's a great song. You want to talk about feels songs? Number 9, Aqua, Barbie Girl. Man, the feels.
Jam, isn't it, Rob?
Yes.
Jam.
Yes. I am a Barbie girl.
We
living
all are.
in a Barbie world.
Yeah. With all the microplastics, it's a little true now.
I feel like there is a Weird Al spoof in there.
There should be.
Microplastic. It's life is fantastic. Yeah. We could definitely change some words there, but you're right.
Yep.
Number 8. Another banger, Third Eye Blind, Semi-Charmed Life.
Man, such a good album, too.
That's what I want to talk about, honestly, was that album. It is still one of my favorite albums of all time. I mean, it is top to bottom. Every song is listenable and just great guitar rock. We don't get there's not, like, it's one of the greatest, in my opinion, 90s like guitar albums. Like the guitar in that is just fantastic.
Yeah, I'm with you. It's still on Spotify. It's one of the only groups where I'll just play the album
Yeah,
front
me
to
too.
back. Just the
Me
whole
too.
thing. Just put it on, listen. It's good.
Absolutely. And I do that as well. I don't know if there are any other albums. If a new album comes out by an artist I like, I will generally
Sure.
try to listen to the album. But this is the only one that I go back to where I listen to the full album. Number 7, Spice Girls, To Become One. Yeah.
Oh, okay, I remember this one. It wasn't their biggest hit.
No, it was not.
Yeah.
But it was a popular one, When Two Become One. Yep. That's all we need to say about that. Number 6, the song is called I'll Be Missing You. It's Puff Daddy and Faith Evans featuring 112. So that's the one that samples The Police, I'll Be Watching You.
Yeah.
This is I'll Be Missing You. I remember this one clearly from back in the day. I honestly have not listened to it much since the 90s until yesterday when I checked it out.
Yeah.
But it's a really good song. It's a really cool song. Even yesterday going through it, like I found myself singing along. I knew most of the words because I knew it so well back in the 90s.
That's impressive. I can't imagine you singing that.
I know, right? Mostly I'm just saying it because it's a lot of just rap, you know. I was never a Puff Daddy fan. I can only tell you one other song that I know Puff Daddy is involved in because it's 2 places higher up on this list. And that's the only reason that I even know
Do you even
that.
know it exists?
I did. I didn't know he was on it, though, until we get there. We'll talk about that in a second. Let's talk about number 5 before we get there. One of the biggest country songs of the 90s, Leanne Rimes, How Do I Live?
Oh, this thing was everywhere.
Everywhere, yeah.
Department stores. And you couldn't go anywhere and not hear this.
It was like the Celine Dion of 1997. You know, she was big in 96 with whatever that other song was that we talked about last season. 97, Leanne Rimes. This was the big love song of 97. Like it was just everywhere. Number 4, the other song I was alluding to is Mo Money, Mo Problems. It's actually the Notorious B.I.G. featuring Puff Daddy and Maze. Oh, and the other song, I'll Be Missing You, is the one that Puff Daddy wrote for Biggie after he was killed. So he kind of helped him out, got him his start. I think they made this song along with a few others, and then he was killed. So Puffy wrote that other song.
Yeah.
So it's a cool song. And number 3 is Usher with You Make Me Wanna. And I know this song. I didn't know it. Yeah, number 3.
I don't even recognize it. I don't recognize the name.
You would recognize it if you heard it. So that's the way I was. I did not know the name. I turned it on yesterday, and I was like, oh, yeah, I have heard this song many times. Even since the 90s, I've definitely still heard this song.
Okay.
Popular. Yeah. Number 2, Aaron, I wish you would quit playing games with my heart, says the Backstreet Boys.
Yeah, it's not going to happen, Rob.
Okay.
Nope.
Darn it. Yeah. Backstreet Boys. This was a big hit.
That was huge. And that one gets sung in our house still.
Yeah.
I mean, not by me. It's definitely not by me.
Are
It's
you
my
sure?
wife. It's
Okay.
not me. And I don't sing along with her, just her.
And the number 1 song on the top 40. We had her last season with a different song, but she is back now. I think the song before was maybe called Baby, but now we have Mariah Carey with Honey.
Okay. Took me a minute. You see me thinking there, right? I was like, honey.
I was waiting for you.
Yeah.
I did not know it by name. It's similar to the Usher song. Once I played it, I was like,
yeah. Well, that's what I was doing. I was trying to think of other popular songs. So yeah, I definitely know it.
Yep. Mariah Carey, she was one of the queens of the 90s. So that was her era.
Oh, yeah.
She had lots of hits, and they were good. I enjoyed them when I was in the right mood for it. You know, sometimes I was in the mood for Honey. Other times I was in the mood for Semi-Charmed Life. So, you know.
Right. Yeah. Depends.
Whatever you're feeling.
Did you get a lot of moods for like pop music over like alt rock or just
Some,
rock?
I listened to a ton of top 40. That's why I know this Puff Daddy song. You know, I listened to a lot of top 40. In Toledo, like we had one harder rock station, but we were mostly in like a top 40. Like the 2 biggest stations in town were both top 40 stations. And that's kind of just what I knew at that era. Really, it was with Semi-Charmed Life where I really started branching out into the more alt rock type of stuff.
Gotcha.
Alt rock, post-grunge, all that.
Yeah, we had WZPL and X103. X103 was mostly what was on when I was listening, unless I was with my parents. And then you never knew what you were going to get.
You never know. Just like Forrest Gump and a box of chocolates.
That's right.
Okay, so anyway, thanks for going back in time with me. That was the top 40.
Fun.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to go check out some of those songs.
Yeah, definitely. Like, I'll send you this list. You should just check them all out and just see what they were. Just, you know, you don't have to listen to the whole thing, but just to refresh yourself.
I'm going to get stopped and I'll get stuck on Sister Hazel and Third Eye Blind. That's all I'm going to end up listening to.
You're not going to make it past number 8 on the list.
I won't. I won't be able to.
That's all right. I agree with you. I agree. Okay. Anyway, back in time.
Yeah.
So, Aaron,
Yes, sir.
We the last few times we've done a movie in a minute, you have been taking us through a lot of we're calling it the full moon cinematic universe.
Right.
And you have been
Yep.
taking us through these movies. So sometimes we completely do these impromptu, but we've kind of been planning the last couple so we can make sure we cover this. So this one is totally planned. Today, what movie are we watching? Or are you telling us about that you watched?
Yeah, and I don't even know if this is full moon anymore because we're just following the full moon franchises, I think, at this point.
Yes. From my research, like even like the later ones were all full moon, I think, like the ones that come after this. But for some reason, this one I cannot find as being a full moon movie.
Yeah,
but
and
Puppet Master is full moon,
right?
And Demonic Toys is full moon, but for some reason this movie does not seem to be.
Right, not produced by or licensed. I don't know, but yeah. So
we're including it though.
Yeah, we are because it's Puppet Master versus Demonic Toys.
Yes,
and I didn't pay a lot of attention to this until I think you started watching it, and you're like, "Oh, Corey Feldman's so good." I didn't even know he was in it. So it stars Corey Feldman and Vanessa Angel. Now, some of you will remember Vanessa Angel from I think it was the USA Network Weird Science TV show. She was the computer-generated babe that they made. And then she was also in Kingpin. You remember Kingpin, the movie? Yeah, she was the main...
Randy Quaid and Bill Murray?
Yep. She was the main love interest, female interest in that show.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So who was she in this movie, Puppet Master versus Demonic Toys?
She was the evil CEO of
that was my
Shaper toy company.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So yeah.
All right. You want to give us?
Yeah. Give me a countdown. I'll do my best. Yeah. I've had people listening to the movie in a minute when we put them up as shorts, and everybody tells me I need to get better at it. So
do they really? Wow.
Yeah. They're like, you're not really good. You don't really get through the whole thing. It's hard. It's hard to do.
Is this your family? Is your family telling you this?
It is. Yeah, they're the only people that would critique me just that brutally.
Family can be the harshest critics sometimes, but they're telling us things that other people won't sometimes.
Sure.
So,
yeah. Or they're just trying to make us cry, which is fine too.
That happens too. It sure does. All right. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's do it.
Okay. Movie in a minute. 3, 2, 1, go.
Puppet Master versus Demonic Toys. Corey Feldman plays the ancestor of Tu Long, who created the formula to bring the puppets to life. He's trying to recreate this formula. Vanessa Angel, I can't remember her name in the movie. She plays the evil CEO. She's spying on Corey Feldman, and she wants what he has, this formula to bring these toys to life. She's kind of spoiled rotten, B-word, and I rolled the fan of hers. It's kind of mean. But basically, she has made a pact with a demon to get the Tu Long blood, and lucky enough, he has a daughter. So they're going to split him up. She's going to get the husband. The demons, or wait, other way around. The demon's going to get the husband. She's going to get the girl. They're going to use their blood to make toys and basically use those toys to take over the world. The Shaper company is just handing out their new toys, which are the Baby Oopsie and the Jack Attack. They're handing them out for Christmas. 9 million will be delivered, and they're all going to take... Okay, that was really pretty much it. The whole rest of the movie is just them fighting and doing it. And Corey Feldman, I can't figure out if he's supposed to be old or a mad scientist, but he's clearly the hero of the story. But the way he played it was so confusing.
Yeah.
I didn't get it.
I lean towards mad scientist. I watched this one as well. Just so we could actually have a slight conversation about it. I lean towards mad scientist.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It was interesting. And I am really bad at these. So there you go, family. You heard it first.
I thought there was a hilarious part in this movie. I mean, it's a comedy horror, right?
But less horror, more comedy, but yeah.
Yeah. Right. It's classified as a comedy horror.
Yeah.
I mean, you have a demon in it and toys are trying to kill people. I think that's a horror movie, even if it's not scary. Considered horror. But there's this part, basically you've got the company and the CEO who bring toys to life using supernatural powers with the demon. Like he brings these toys to life. You've got, I think in this movie, he's Robert Toulon. And he's descended, I think, from Charles Toulon. Maybe I forget exactly. But you have Robert Toulon played by Corey Feldman. And he has built this serum to bring puppets to life. And he's doing that. He's putting it in and he's talking to his daughter, and he's like supernatural powers to bring inanimate objects to life. Can you believe that? How insane is that? And then he's sitting there using a serum to do the exact same thing. And I thought that was hilarious. It was hilarious.
Yeah. You do a pretty good impression. You almost sound just like him right there.
Yeah, he was. I mean, It's funny because he is like doing a complete voice too. Like it's not even a subtle change. He is doing a voice, and it is goofy.
Yeah,
It is goofy.
he's really hamming it up. And
Yeah.
his daughter, she's
Yeah.
almost as old as he is. I'm like, you're not passing
very
off
confusing.
as a teenage
No,
girl. It was so
definitely
weird.
not. Definitely
Super
not.
awkward because she's just an adult woman trying to play a teenager.
Trying to
a
act
daughter.
young.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it doesn't work.
Did not go well.
No, this definitely for me, it was the weakest entry in any of the movies so far. This one felt so much more B movie than the other ones. You know what I mean? Like they really were just like B movie. Let's go for C movie, and they just really dropped it down.
We don't need to aim that high. Let's stick at
Yeah.
C. And you're a fan of the Puppet Master franchise already, right?
I like those movies. Yeah,
Okay.
I think those are really well done. This one took it to like a weird camp for me. I mean, they've all been campy, but this one was just kind of weird. And I think it was probably mostly just Corey Feldman.
He was super campy.
He was super campy, and it just took me out of the movie. But because even Vanessa Angel's evil CEO, she did a pretty good job. She was just playing this bratty, spoiled, rotten CEO.
She was pretty campy too, dude.
She was, but not as bad as Corey Feldman. That was my point.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
When you compare them, she wasn't up there.
The level of camp that Corey Feldman brought to this was almost on par with like some of the campiness from Kindred when it got super campy, like with Zane and whatnot. Like it was, which if you haven't watched season 2 of our show, we watched Kindred the Embraced, and so it's very fresh to us. You might be skipping to a season of Timecop that you know and love, but you should check out Kindred because
you should. It was a wild ride. Yeah, for sure.
It was a lot of fun. So
and we got the best scream in TV history in that show.
It's given me another opportunity to edit that in here and feature it again.
I'm going to try. He's got to be everywhere.
So. I love it. So, so just looking at the Full Moon Cinematic Universe, then our first 3 entries were Doll Man, Demonic Toys, Bad Channels, and then we had the crossover of all of those with Doll Man versus Demonic Toys.
Right. Yep. And it brought in the shrunken lady from Bad Channels. That was the connection
Even
there.
Though she didn't make the title, but she was in the movie.
And it was a different lady that was left shrunk. They retconned it to reshrink the nurse who was saved at the end of Bad Channels. They brought her back in. But yeah.
All right. So this is the next movie then. So we kind of did a few of those out of order, I think. Like
we didn't know. We didn't know we were getting into.
Yeah, we did not.
Yeah.
But this is chronologically the next one in there, excluding all the Puppet Master movies, right?
Right. Yeah. We're not including those right now unless we want to. I mean, I would always go back and rewatch them.
We'll see. We'll see. There's like eight or 9 of them.
There's a bunch.
Yeah. So then I think the next one then is Demonic Toys 2. Does that sound right?
Right. Yeah, I think that's right. And then there's 2 specific spinoffs. There's one for Jack Attack, which is the clown that comes out of the Jack in Box.
Yeah.
And then there's a Baby Oopsie.
3 of those.
Spinoff.
There's 3 of them.
Yeah. 3. Yeah. So,
cool.
And these are all. So this one, Puppet Master versus Demonic Toys, was 2004. These are like 2020, 21, and 22, or somewhere around there for the next one. So they're much more modern.
Yes.
We'll see how good they are.
Okay, so then next time we meet, we will talk about Demonic Toys 2.
Yeah, I'm excited.
As we further explore the FMCU.
Yeah, I hope it's decent.
I have not watched all the early ones like you. I've just watched this one and Demonic Toys. So far, Demonic Toys is my favorite, like the first Demonic Toys.
Yeah,
because I didn't see those others. But I did enjoy it. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, you'd get a kick out of Bad Channels. It'd be worth watching.
Yeah,
it's
your
worth the
description
watch.
was pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. Well, thanks for the movie in a minute.
Yeah, no problem. I'm sorry I'm not good at it. It's a lot of fun to try, though.
It is.
It's hard. I want to give it all the detail. I need more than a minute, but that's not the challenge.
No, the challenge is to do it without the detail.
We want to jump into our episode of Timecop.
Let's go.
All right. We've got a lot to peel apart here.
Yeah, we
be a little rough. So, all right. So this was the first episode of the 9-episode series, Timecop. It's called A Rippin' Time. So we start in 1888 London. Jack the Ripper is about to take a victim. But guess what? Somebody kills Jack.
What?
I know. He's wearing night vision goggles.
Hooray. Yeah.
And he's got an electric knife. Not like one you use for carving turkeys. It literally has electrical arcs of energy off of it.
Yep.
The one thing I thought was really interesting immediately off the bat in 1888 London is they had a lot of blue lights there. I didn't think they even had electricity yet, like the electrical light bulb, but there's a lot of blue light fog everywhere.
Yeah.
It's just, wow, okay. They had a real ambiance about it.
Also very interesting is that it's pretty crowded there. And Jack the Ripper like just picks
Super
this,
crowded.
hooker at random and starts to kill her. And there's a lot of people around.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
Yeah. Also, I have to complain about this, but so it gives us a specific date, November 7th, 1888, right? And the hooker that he's murdering here, and this does, you didn't finish this out. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, go for it. Go. Yeah.
He actually, like, this guy from the future kills Jack the Ripper. The woman thanks him, and then he's like,
"You're famous, Catherine. You were murdered by Jack the Ripper."
But you just killed him.
No, Catherine. I just became him.
And then he kills her.
Right.
So he is staying on track for killing, Jack's actual victim. So this woman, her name is Catherine Eddowes. Eddowes, Eddowes. I'm going to call her Catherine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She is the actual fourth victim of Jack the Ripper. But her body was found September 30th, 1888, not November 7th. I don't know why they couldn't just, they didn't have the internet
date,
in
right?
1997, but why could they not get the actual date right? How hard is that to look up and figure out? If they could find her name, they should be able to find the actual date of death.
They should. Yeah. They knew. They could have known.
They had to have known. In my opinion, they just didn't care enough to look it up.
I don't think it matters to the plot of the show. I don't think accuracy is something.
It doesn't matter to the plot, but I care. I care about accuracy. If you're going to use a historical,
I do too. I didn't even look it up.
Accurate. Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't even think to look it up, or I would have been as upset as you are. It matters that now I'm just really ticked off too. That kind of bothers me. But
I appreciate it.
Really annoying.
Join me in my outrage.
Yeah. But there's going to be a lot about this show that's going to outrage us, I think.
Yeah.
So
probably.
Yeah.
All right.
So
let's keep it rolling.
So there's a new Jack the Ripper. He's from the future, obviously. Night vision goggles in 1888. It's pretty clear to you. So we go to, I want to say present time, but I'm going to have a bone to pick with this later on. So we're going to 2007, which is 3 years after the Timecop movie takes place.
Right.
They are testing something. I don't know what you thought about this scene. So your first introduction to Jack Logan, the new star, he's staring at a holographic screen and they're using something called a sublimator, which I thought was pretty cool. And they're basically just pushing memories into his head. So this lady scientist, I didn't even write her name down. She was Hemmings is testing this ability that when you're going back to a specific date and time, they can just push memories into your head. So you know what's going on when you hit back, and it just shows up in your subconscious. And then it doesn't really come up again after they test it out.
It does minimally later, but I don't see how it ties in, honestly. Like they're like, hey, it's a good thing you actually did that. It really worked. I don't see how it had any effect at all whatsoever on what Jack was doing in the past.
Yeah, so it felt a little weird.
I just realized his name is Jack Logan, and we're talking about Jack the Ripper, so I'm just going to call him Logan going forward.
Yeah, I was in my notes. I was trying to differentiate that too. So it's a little weird because it doesn't come up again. It's a cool party trick.
It is.
There's a lot about the show that makes me feel like they're just trying to push, we're future-y. Look at the future stuff we can do.
Definitely.
And that's how a lot of it feels.
Yep.
They're immediately interrupted. They have to go to the dome. Did you hear that part of the intercom? Report to the dome.
Yeah.
And it's just like a command station in the middle of this room. And they run in there and there is a level 3 ripple. Level 3, Rob. All right. We skipped 1 and 2. We went right to 3.
Right to 3.
And it's going to keep escalating.
Fast.
It's going to be bad. Yeah.
Yep.
They realize that somebody's back in 1888 London and they're trying to figure it out. So they go and talk. They didn't have this in the movie. They go and talk to their chief historian.
Yeah. Dr. Easter.
Easter, what do you know about 1888 London?
Victorian England. Britannia ruled the waves and inflicted Sherlock Holmes, Oliver Twist, and Peter Pan on the rest of us.
Yep. And this is where most of my issues with the time travel paradox stuff pops up.
Oh, me too. I'm just trying not to think about it.
Oh, no, we got to think about it because it was super annoying. So this guy goes back in time, takes over as Jack the Ripper, kills this woman. They find the body of William Gohl, who they think was Jack the Ripper, right? Nobody really knew, I guess, who he was, but the chief historian had his hunches. That's who he thinks. So he's like, the real Jack the Ripper is dead, and he showed up in this newspaper article. If they changed the past, how does he know that the real Jack the Ripper died? This is one of the things that always kills me about time travel. Shouldn't your memories have been changed? But somehow they are blanketed from the
Right.
changes taking place.
So my theory, and this is not supported by anything in the show, and it actually goes completely against the movie. My theory is that they're at the TEC headquarters, they're shielded from the changes. So they're in the timeline and they can see them in newspapers or online or wherever, or like we see at the end, a book is changed. But
Right.
it protects themselves. And that won't work either because of certain things that happen later. That theory doesn't even work, but it's the best I can come up with to make it rational so that I can enjoy the show.
Yeah, it's just really weird, and this happens all the time through this whole episode. It
Oh,
just
the
keeps
whole
popping.
episode.
I'm just like,
Nonstop.
so time travel's not. You can change the past, and everybody realizes that you changed the past. Like everybody's like, oh, that's
Right.
that's new.
Someone's messing with the
That's
past
new.
again. Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to point out that our chief historian here, Dr. Easter, is played by Kurt Fuller, who is a great character actor. I know him mostly from the TV show Psych, which is one of my favorite shows of all
That's
time.
where I know him from. I didn't watch all of Psych, but
Okay. Yeah. I've watched it all like 4 times. I love Psych.
wow.
It is fantastic. But he plays the coroner, medical examiner, Woody. And he's hilarious on the show. And honestly, he's kind of playing the same character here. He's a little goofy, and he is great at that type of role. He's fantastic. So
Yeah.
I was super excited when I saw him show up.
yeah, I recognize him and stuff, but I can never know. I'm like, what do I know him from? Even when you were like, we got to talk about this guy, and I'm like, I don't even remember what he's from, but he's been in a lot of stuff.
You might know him from Ghostbusters 2.
Oh yeah,
I don't know who he played in there. I can't really picture it myself, but I saw that he played a mayoral aide in Ghostbusters 2.
no, I knew. Yeah, I remembered exactly when you said that who he was.
Okay. Yeah. So to me, those are his most famous roles. But to other people, you might obviously know him from something different than we do.
Yeah. So, so they know what's going on now. They're going to send Jack Logan back to catch the new Ripper. But there's a lot of rules in here, okay? A lot of rules on what he's allowed to do. He can go to the past. He has to allow the 5th victim to still be killed. Can't stop that. So after she dies, they have to bring in the new Jack the Ripper because that will have the least amount of impact to the historical timeline.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so there's a lot of rules to follow here that none of them really matter in the end. But they make it a point to tell you about them.
Yes.
So we get to the launch scene, just like from the movie.
Time sled.
Like I still don't. I was like, they have a chance to fix one of the biggest issues with time travel, and they're like, just make the sled a little bit bigger. But even though it's on rails, let's give him a throttle and a control stick. It's like, why? Just why?
Well, once you go through time, you end up in that temporal parking lot, and he's probably got to find a good spot. He's got to steer it. You don't want to bump any other time sleds that are there.
I know. Yeah. It just baffles me. But so we get the time sled. It doesn't look nearly as cool. Yeah. Cheap for TV, I guess. Right. And he goes back in time where he falls out of a portal right into a lady's bed, which I thought was hilarious. And then we get a nice callback. So I'm going to skip through some of this. We get a nice callback to the movie because the lady's husband comes in and he's going to defend her honor. Oh, yeah. And he does the whole put up your dukes. And, and he's doing that old school
boxing move.
Old school boxing. And Jack kind of is making fun of him. He's like, I'm going to kick your butt, man. Like, what are we doing here? And he puts his dukes up the same way.
Yeah.
Takes the guy out pretty quick, though, and then steals his clothes.
Yes.
Which is pretty good.
Yep.
So I thought that was fun. A little callback.
It was definitely an interesting little scene.
So he goes out and they dropped him at the perfect time. He's there just in time to hear the 5th victim scream. He runs into the alley and he sees the new Jack the Ripper.
Yep.
Which is pretty cool.
And the corpse.
And the corpse. Yep. So I can't remember the victim's name.
Mary Kelly.
Mary Kelly. Oh, no, I didn't make it. Because he alludes to the fact that he might try to save her life. Even though they're telling him, you can't do that.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
So he follows the new Jack the Ripper. They end up in front of a house and they have a fight. And I don't know how else to describe it. It's kind of a dark scene. It's kind of hard to see.
I have no idea what's going on.
They're just fighting. He grabs a pocket watch off of the new Jack the Ripper. So he's got a pocket watch hanging off of his suit.
Yeah.
Logan grabs that. And then a woman comes out of her home. Ann Thompson, the artist. That's what she is, Rob.
Okay.
She's not a prostitute.
And who might you be?
Ann Thompson.
And your occupation?
You know what I am?
She actually is also a prostitute.
I like to think of her as an artist.
That's fine. The police in London 1888 think of her as a prostitute.
She is.
Yes.
She is. I'm just teasing. She's going to be an artist.
She might be.
Yep.
She's quite a sketcher.
Yeah. Yep. So she kind of shows up and breaks up the fight. You start hearing the police whistles coming, right? So the police are coming because they only have whistles.
When she opens the door, she's got that lamp, and he's still wearing his NVGs, his night vision goggles, and it flares, and he can't see anything, so he has to take them off, and then he's blind, so he just runs.
Yeah, would a lamplight be that bright?
I don't know. I mean, it would not even be like a lamp, like it would be fire, like a small
That's what
candle.
I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't think it would
And it was
be.
barely noticeable in her lantern. Like all the lighting in the lanterns of the show, is that even lit? Like you're really looking. It's just, I don't know. But yeah, he does. He gets blinded. He takes off the goggles and he takes off running. He can't handle it. Police show up and they do catch Logan.
Yeah.
They think that he's the new Ripper.
Yep.
That's what they think. We got him. It's the Ripper. And the inspector from Scotland Yard shows up, and I really like this guy.
Me too.
He's a good character.
He was my favorite character in the show.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, aside from the historian, Dr. Easter.
Sure.
But the cop
yeah. So we go back to the future. I think this is probably going to be the theme when we go, not to the future, to the present time, 2007.
Sure.
And we just get little tidbits from them at this point. So when you go back this time, they're adding in some new time travel lore here. So Jack Logan's been back in time for so long that they're worried that it could cause a problem, which could be like molecular destruction of his body because they don't know what that amount of time in the past is going to do to somebody.
He might be squashed like a temporal grape.
Yeah. I mean, so that's the thing that they're trying to play up now.
Yeah. Yep. Also, we're at a level 5.
Oh yeah, and it does. It ratchets up to level 5 here.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah,
Got
this
serious.
Ripple's getting bad.
Yes.
Getting bad. So we go back to 1888. Jack's in jail. He's playing with the pocket watch. And he's being interrogated by the inspector. Pretty standard stuff. They think he's most likely the Ripper because they tend to know the most about the victims. And Jack Logan's saying their names, and he's like, "How'd you know the name? We only got that 10 minutes ago, and you already know." And for somebody who's trying to protect the timeline, he does not do a very good job of hiding that he's probably a time traveler.
Not at all. Not at all. I mean, pretty soon he's just going to flat out tell people that's what he is.
Oh, he does. He just gives up.
Yeah.
Which is funny to me.
Protecting the timeline to them seems to be only making sure that events don't change. But it seems like they can have whatever conversations
tell
they want,
everybody.
Tell people everything and anything.
Yeah.
It's not.
You think it's just because people will think they're crazy? I met
Probably
a time traveler. I'm like, you're nuts, man. You didn't mean it.
That is what they think. When he tells the inspector, he kind of thinks it's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. So Logan gets thrown in jail with this crazy guy, which is fun. It's kind of neat. But we find out that the pocket watch is also a time portal.
Yeah.
So Logan's playing with it, turns it on, and a portal shows up. The other guy in the cell is like, "What is going on?" He's like totally freaked out by it. The new Ripper shows up.
Yeah.
Right? He comes into
With
the
bombs.
jail. Yeah, he's got some bombs and some
Kind of
future
explosives. Yeah.
future guns. He doesn't kill the guards, which is interesting. He creates an explosion to like subdue them or knock them out, but he really does just want to be a Jack the Ripper.
Yeah.
He's not a murderer.
No. Homicidal genius? Come on. I mean, if he was, I feel like he'd kill a few more people here.
Right. Yeah, exactly. But so he blasts one cell, I think for fun. I don't know why he shot the one, but he blew the door completely off. And then he finds the one that Logan's in and he takes aim at that door. I love that Logan moves out of the way, but doesn't tell his cellmate. And right before the guy shoots, the cellmate gets in front of the door and he's looking out and he's like, "Oh, what's going on out here?" He barely makes it before he blows the other door off. And this blast is hard. It shoots through the door and through the brick wall behind them, the stone wall behind them, which apparently just underneath that is the Thames River. So
yeah. And it's funny because earlier in the scene, the crazy guy that he's in the prison with tells him, like, he's like, "Hey, what's out there?" And the guy in his very Cockney British accent's like, "That's the Thames out there. If the fall doesn't kill you, swimming in that sure will." So what does Logan do to get away from the Ripper? He jumps into the Thames River.
Yeah. After he threatens just dropping the pocket watch. He's like, "Maybe I'll just drop the pocket watch. What do you think of that?"
Yeah.
And the new Ripper's like, "Oh, if somebody finds it, then they're going to know about time travel." And
so he just jumps in and he's fine.
Yeah. He's good. It's not a big deal. And he finds his way back to Ann Thompson, the artist, Ann Thompson.
Okay.
You know what I am?
But she's got two cops watching her now because she's a witness, right? She knows what the new Ripper looks like. And this is probably the coolest part of the show for me. I love this.
I agree.
So Logan gets the idea to have her sketch. She's an artist. He's like, you can draw sketches? These are amazing. Her room is just adorned in her artwork. And he's like, you know what the new Ripper looks like? Can you sketch him? And we'll get it published. And she's like, nobody's going to publish me. And he's like, well, the tabloids will. Have the tabloids always been around? Did they actually have tabloids in 1888?
I don't know. I mean, they probably called them tabloids. I don't know if they were the same as what we think of as like the National Enquirer or the Star.
Yeah.
I don't think it's the same type of tabloid. I think it was just cheap newspapers probably. But
yeah,
it's a good question. I will do some research and I will get back with you next episode.
We need to know because I hope it comes back in future episodes. This little trick that he pulls.
Yeah.
But so he has her draw a sketch and they get it published in a tabloid, and he pulls a fingerprint off of the pocket watch and he embeds the fingerprint in the sketch. So as she's drawing her sketch, it's a nice little scene. He's pulling fingerprints, she's sketching, you get this nice little montage. Cool. And then he puts the fingerprint, like you can't really tell what he's doing. He just kind of pushes it over the picture. And then apparently they get it printed because all tabloids would love to just have a sketch of the Ripper, even if he's not the Ripper. They're just going to publish it anyway. Yeah. So we go back to 2007.
Yeah.
Right. And it's now a level 6 Ripple. I know.
Chaos.
It's getting bad. What are we doing here, guys?
Yep.
And they're doing a scan, and the chief historian, Dr. Easter, says, well, this is weird. 2 hours ago, this sketch in this tabloid did not exist. And they're like, Jack is so smart. He must know what he's doing. We got it. So they get a sketch of this guy, and then they do their enhance trick. Enhance, and they press enter a couple times on the keyboard, enhance.
Blip, blip. Yeah.
Yep. And they find the thumb.
Zooms
right?
in.
The fingerprint. Yeah.
But before they find the thumb, though, they find in the corner it says Logan Graphics in a very nice typeset. How did that get there?
I did. I forgot about that. You're right. Logan Graphics, like it was really typed out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did that even get there? Like they didn't do that before he submitted it.
Yeah. And wouldn't they have known that it was him anyway? Because he's back there changing stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you think it was just serving the audience so that we all knew what he did with the sketch? And I don't know. That was weird.
They tell us anyway. They spell it out. So it's just very clear.
Maybe she's such a good artist that she can replicate typesets. Like maybe she drew that in.
Yeah. And it's like, hey, babe, put my name on that, will you? I know you just spent 30 minutes drawing that, but hey, put my name. I want
to make sure I get the royalties for this over the next hundreds of years.
Yeah. So I think seeing that, though, I think that was their clue to look into it, like that it was a message from Jack. Like he could have affected the timeline so that it's there. Now that's to show them, hey, there's a secret message hidden in
Pay
there.
more attention. Yeah. Pay more attention. Yeah. So they do find the fingerprint. They pull it out and they get a match, but there's no photo ID. So they do a social security lookup and they find out that it's from a 13-year-old boy.
That's odd.
In 2007. Yeah. Turns out that this is a future time traveler, right? This kid's got some problems. Yeah. Dr. Easter's like, you should get this kid in therapy now because he's going to be a problem. And they're like, it's too bad. He's already gone. He went on the lam. He's missing. He's out of here. So
I really like that aspect of it, though, honestly, because during the movie, my complaint was that everybody seemed to be traveling in time from the exact same moment in time. There was no one coming from the future or from any weird spots in the past. It was all the year they were in, 2004. Right. I like that someone was coming from the future, but there's also a problem with that. What were you going to say?
The problem with that is that in the movie, they state that you can't come from the future because the future hasn't been written yet.
Yes.
So you can't, you literally cannot time travel except for from the present. It's just not possible.
Right.
And so that got, and it got me. And it bothered me so much that after they developed this little plot point, it just nagged at me the rest of the time. I was like, this guy shouldn't even be here. Like, he couldn't even do this. Like, they just completely broke the physics of this made-up world, and I was not happy about it.
Yeah. I did also want to point out that whole fingerprint thing, that's where they told Hemmings, well, he learned how to do this thanks to the sublimator,
I missed that. Okay.
That was, and I don't know what he learned how to do exactly, what they taught him, but it was something about the printing techniques of the 1880s in London. There was something about that in there.
But I didn't see them sublimate anything from 1888 London. It was just the
sublimator was going so fast we couldn't even see what was.
But it was only. Yeah, but the only time we see it is at the beginning, and it's only facts from New York in like the 1930s or something.
Was it? How do you know?
I think so. Because she quizzes.
They don't say. She quizzes like one thing. She asks them 1 year. She's like, "What happened in New York in 1954?"
So was it all?
And then he does his own. He does his own back in time segment there, and he's like, "Well, this happened, and then this happened, and then this happened."
Yeah.
He's like, "Hey, that worked."
Well,
I think it's just a massive chunk of history that she just blew into his brain.
I thought she said it was like specific periods.
I don't
like
think
they
so.
can do it in small chunks.
Maybe.
Well,
but she
I'm
must
not
have included
she must have something.
1880s London printing techniques at the time.
Yeah. So they know who they're looking for now. They got a suspect. They can't tell Logan because he's in the future, but they have a suspect, somebody they can look for. So we go back to 1888. I'm going to call him Jack Logan because Logan, I keep thinking Wolverine.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh man, I want to watch that now. Yeah. So Jack Logan's talking to the inspector again because, he got Anne out of the house. They escaped the police. He gets recaptured, all this stuff. And the inspector's looking at the pocket watch and finds out that it's a portal. He just takes it and he's just bebopping on it and pushing stuff. And the portal comes on and Jack just swipes it. He's like, you got to be more careful with stuff. You can't just play with things, This is where the inspector starts talking about his nephew, Herbert, which was pretty cool. Yeah. So he's like, oh, my nephew Herbert's into this stuff, but he's a real dork. And, nobody's going to believe the sci-fi garbage and nonsense. And
tell him it's a waste of time. But
yeah,
now here you are proving me wrong.
Right. Here we are. It's a time portal. And then they find out that the inspector told the police to escort Anne back to her house. And Jack's like, oh, it's a terrible idea because now Jack the Ripper knows where she's at. You're just going to get her killed. And so they race to her house. And of course, she's already been kidnapped. The cops are knocked out. And there's a riddle. How long did it take you to solve the riddle? Here's a riddle, folks. So on the wall written is, when all hands come together, she dies. What time is that?
It could be 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
Or it could be 12 o'clock.
12 o'clock and 12 o'clock, yeah. So it's midnight. We find out it's 11:45. There's a picture of Big Ben. I don't think they would have known where to go because the riddle doesn't really tell them where to go. But as they're solving the riddle, there's a sketch of Big Ben next to the riddle. And they're like, oh, we got to go to Big Ben. It's 11:45. We got 15 minutes. So they must be really close. So, so they get to Big Ben. They find Ian. That's the new Jack the Ripper. His name is Ian. And Anne, he has strapped a bomb to Anne's neck. So he's ready to just blow her up. They get in a little tussle. They fight. Ian has some really good, crazy bad guy eyes here. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
And Jack is calling his bluff on being a genius or whatever, and Ian's eyes get real big, and he's like, "Oh, how dare you call my bluff?" And
he's got crazy eyes.
Cool. He does. It's pretty cool. So they fight, and this is the best. You've got the code to the bomb. You don't have to give it up. So Jack Logan has just got him on the ground. He's choking him, and he's like, "What's the code?" It's like, well, kill me. I don't have to give it to you. She's still going to die, and I win. Yeah. But somehow he hits the pocket watch, or he tries to throw the pocket watch, I think, is what it looked like. He just throws it at the Big Ben glass.
Yeah.
And the portal just turns on. So now the portal's going. And essentially, Ian tells him the code to the bomb is the date that you catch me. And then Jack Logan gets up to try to start to disarm it. And Ian runs through the portal and disappears. We assume back to his own time. He gone.
Yeah.
Yep. I still don't understand what the code was. I'm assuming it's all zeros.
That's my guess.
Because they allude to the fact that Ian doesn't think he'll ever be caught, so there is no time or date or anything.
Yeah, but what's the date? 00000000. Is it?
I don't know. You don't even see you just kind of see the number pad, but you can't see Jack's actual fingers pushing any buttons. You just see him fidgeting with it, and then it's off.
And there's a digital readout, but it just shows the time remaining. It doesn't show us the code being punched in. Nothing.
Yeah.
So we have no idea exactly what he pushes in.
Yeah, but. Problem solved, I guess. Ian got away, so we're just going to wrap up the episode now.
Yep, that's it.
They're in Big Ben. The inspector shows up. His nephew comes, Herbert, also H.G. Wells.
Right. Lots of cops bring their... No, I did not see that coming. Lots of cops bring their nephews along on, active crime scenes. It happens all the time.
Yep.
Yeah. H.G. Wells, I thought that's cool. He doesn't speak or anything, but Logan's like, hey, I've always wanted to meet H.G. Wells.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Jack's a time traveler. He's used a time machine. Why not go talk to H.G. Wells? That'd be cool. I'd like to talk to H.G. Wells.
That'd be cool.
I like his books.
Yeah, I'd do it. I'd talk to him.
Jack Logan, he makes sure to introduce H.G. to the hooker. I'm sorry, the artist.
The artist, Rob. She's an artiste.
You know what I am?
Yeah, artiste.
Yeah. He introduces her, and they hit it off.
Yes, they do.
They hit it off real quick. It's like, all right, go H.G. So Jack goes back. He doesn't need his pod to head back to the present. No, sir.
No.
He just jumps through the portal, goes to the time lot, gets in his pod,
Yep.
and just
beep, beep, backs it
portals.
out of his spot.
Right, and portals back.
Yes,
Which
somehow.
So what happens if more than one pod comes back at a time? Like, they don't know when they're coming back, right? Like,
Do
they're not.
Do they have more than one pod?
Well, I would assume so, because he can't be the only time cop, right?
True.
So, but if they're all sitting in a time lot, they're probably queued and they're taking turns.
Sure. You go first. You go first, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he gets back in time. He destroys the pocket watch because it's future tech. Hemmings was like, maybe we should examine it. And he's like, the rules. We can't do that.
It's funny because watching the episode, to me, I thought it would be in his character to want to keep it. And I would assume she would be the rule keeper and be like, no, you've got to destroy it. But they're complete opposites, which is wild.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't think they know what to do with her yet. She was very not used and inconsistent when she was. So
she's like the second lead on this show technically, and not used at all. Anyone could have done her.
Hardly saw her.
Yeah. That should change, I assume, as we go.
Probably. So we get back, and Dr. Easter comes to visit Jack.
Logan, I'd like to give this to you. This is my first edition of The Time Machine by H.G. Wells.
Oh, thanks, Easter. I'm touched.
No, don't be. It's worthless. Your temporal intervention has defiled a classic. What was once a glorious sea of words on parchment is now punctuated by a series of illustrations. Like literacy needed another foot in the grave.
HG and Ann Thompson got together, and she illustrated his book, The Time Machine. Ruined a classic.
I guess. Yep. I thought that was an interesting, neat little twist. But again, they changed time.
He shouldn't know. It should have always just had illustrations. It just kills me.
Yep. And even if, say my theory is correct that they're protected in the time bubble, he apparently kept that book there in his office. So wouldn't that be protected from changes in the timeline as well? I mean, my theory is completely unfounded. It's just a wild theory. But still, why would the book change but not his memory? It makes zero sense. Zero sense.
I don't know. There's a lot of those problems through this whole show. They just don't handle it well.
Yeah.
But it's hard to get right. Like, even Back to the Future has problems, and it's so well thought out, but there's still issues with that. And they just don't even try here. They're like, we're just going to do what we want to do. We're just going to do our thing. So, yeah. So that's it. That was the end of
the whole show.
Episode 1. Yeah. No, what'd you think, man?
So we've talked. The first thing I wrote in my notes was about the problems with the time travel, the sled, why no one remembers things. Those are the big issues. We've already talked about them. We don't need to keep talking about them. They're definite problems. Honestly, at this point, I'm kind of choosing to just accept it. I'm just going to accept it and watch the show. That's what you kind of you have to suspend your belief with so many things. This is just an extra step of belief suspense that I have to suspend. Belief suspense I have to suspend? That doesn't make sense. This is just another belief that I have to suspend to try to watch this show. So excluding that, my biggest problem with this show was that Jack Logan did not do the splits once.
He was so far from Jean-Claude Van Damme. Just
Exactly.
not even the same. And you didn't get to see his butt. I mean, what kind of movie is this?
What do you mean get to see?
You said you love seeing Jean-Claude Van Damme's butt.
Those words never came out of my mouth.
You're right. It was recorded. They didn't, but it's fun to tease. He was a completely different character, wasn't he?
And he is. They have different names. It's Max Walker and Jack Logan. They are two different guys. So they're not intended to be the same person. But the demeanor,
the seriousness about being a time cop, this whole show just feels much more lighthearted about it. I think.
Logan is when he was talking to the crazy guy in his prison cell, the guy's like, "What are you in here for?" He's like, "They think I'm Jack the Ripper." He does a voice and a funny thing like that. He is having more fun with this than Jean-Claude Van Damme did.
Yeah. Well, his wife wasn't just murdered. So
I agree. That definitely plays a role. That definitely plays a part in it. So honestly, we look past all these issues. I liked it. Yes, the graphics are terrible. Yeah, the science makes no sense. But I really like this. I like seeing what the TEC is doing. What they were set up to do. They were there to police time. Right. We didn't see that in the movie at all. It was a totally different scenario. It's a one-off scenario. We're going to get to see them travel to all these different time frames and time periods, which is one thing I said from the movie that I wanted to see. I want to see them travel to all these different places. And now we actually get to see it. So I really like this. Honestly, I tried to watch this through the lens of the 90s. This is a very 90s show.
Right.
Like it
Yeah.
feels like the 90s. Hemmings is doing her best Marissa Tomei impression. Like she is doing her best. And like it is totally 90s. And I tried to watch it. Like, what would I think watching this in the 90s? I would have been all about this show if I had even known that this existed.
Yeah. I think, as I agree with everything, I had the first episode to get me in the mood for what the show is going to be. So I got to let those things go. It's still going to bother me, but I got to let it go. Just have fun with it. Enjoy the ride. I think is what really surprised me. This was like a primetime network. It was ABC.
Yeah.
And I know we're watching it on YouTube, and it was probably pulled from the Sci-Fi Channel because it's got the Sci-Fi Channel, emblem in the corner. It feels more like a Sci-Fi Channel show to me. Like just one of those really low budget, which surprises me for an ABC show that they didn't put like any budget into it, as minimum as they could get. I think that's what surprised me about it. So I was expecting a little more production quality. I don't know. And maybe that's what hurts it. Why I didn't get to continue is because they didn't take it serious enough. But
that's very possible. It is super low budget.
Yeah.
I mean, their budget in every episode probably went to the making the time periods try to feel a little authentic. All the costumes and the sets. It's probably where most of the budget went.
Yeah. Yeah, because you're right. 1888 London was great, except for the blue lights everywhere. Yeah.
You got to have some kind of lighting. That's the problem. You got to have some kind of lighting. How can we do it and make it look semi?
It's like fog. They were trying to make it look
supposed to be foggy.
I got the idea behind it. It was just so blue.
I
fog
agree.
is not blue. So
I agree.
But so I don't know. I thought it was fine. I want to watch more. I saw some of the pictures from the upcoming episodes. I was really interested in those. I'm like, oh, that'd be a good one, So
nice.
I
have not looked forward
for it.
What I was going to say about the bad guy here, I feel like they're trying to set him up as like a Holmes and Moriarty type of relationship. Right. Is that what you got to?
Yep. And he's going to be chasing him through the season. Like he's the main bad guy. Yeah.
Yep. So, and I actually did just look ahead at a few of the other episodes and I see his name in at least 2 more here. So he definitely comes back. We're going to see him again.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's good or bad. Honestly, he was not my favorite villain. We don't really know much about him. I could probably do without him. I kind of wish they just caught him at the end, but we'll see. Maybe these other episodes are going to be cool and worthwhile.
We'll see. I'm okay with him popping up, causing problems and escaping, So.
Definitely. Yeah.
All right. So
did you capture the description for episode 2?
Yeah, I got it here. So on our next episode, we'll be talking about The Heist, which airs Monday, September 29th, 1997. Accompanied by a retired detective, Officer Logan travels to 1977 to solve the mystery of a failed diamond heist. Do you think all these are set in some kind of real events? Wasn't there a diamond heist that was pretty famous from the 70s? I feel like that sounds familiar to me. I feel like I heard it on another podcast somewhere, or a true crime thing I was listening to.
I have no idea. I definitely hope that they are all set in actual events. That would be nice. I'm interested in that kind of thing, but we'll see.
Yep, we'll see. So, all right.
Yeah. All right. Well, this has been fun. Should we do a ranking system of this episode? Like pocket watches? How many pocket watches?
Oh, how many time sleds? How many time sled parking
spots?
Time
sleds. How many time sled parking slots? Are we a scale of 5 or 10?
Scale of 5.
Or 7. Okay, 5.
Wait, how many episodes are there? There's 9 episodes out of 9.
Okay.
It's arbitrary. We can do what we want.
Totally arbitrary. We could do it different every week if we want.
That's right.
Yeah. What do you think? What are you giving it out of 9?
Oh, man. I'm going to give it a 4. I'm going to give it a 4 out of 9. I know, because I'm expecting a little more as they get warmed up and we see some more episodes. I can't put everything on one episode. So I think I understand what we're in for. I don't think this episode was fantastic. Like it had a lot of problems.
No. Yeah.
Things they're going to learn from. We should see some improvements. So I'm going to give it a 4.
Okay, that's fine. I liked it better than you did, clearly, but not a ton.
Sure.
I'm going to go 5.
Okay.
I would consider maybe a 5.5 if I was doing half parking slots, but I hate people that park on the line in a parking spot
jerks.
And like take up 2 spots. So I'm not going to do a half spot. This is 5 out of 9 time sled parking spots.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 4 out of 9 for me, 5 out of 9 for you.
Yeah.
I like it.
And for the record, there's one thing interesting that I saw on here, and that is that episode 5. We think that episode 5, and by we, I mean the people who wrote the Wikipedia article, we think that episode 5 was the actual pilot for this show.
Really?
It's a little bit different. Hemmings is not in that episode, I don't believe. There's a different character. Like a few of the characters are different, and it's a totally different feel, and it's right in the middle of the season.
Really?
Yeah.
Why did they do this so much in the 90s?
It was a crazy era. Like there was no regulation of how you ran your TV shows. People were doing whatever they wanted. It was the Wild West of TV, basically. It was bonkers.
And we do get a Bruce Campbell episode. I think the last episode of the season, episode 9, has Bruce Campbell in it. So I'm like really looking forward to that. That'll be
he's
cool.
a fellow time cop and best friend of Logan.
Yeah,
it's gonna be awesome. Can't wait for that.
Man, do you think if the show would have kept going, we would have got more Bruce Campbell in it?
Well, we'll have to see at the end of that episode if he's captured or if he escapes,
if he dies or not,
or if he dies, or who knows what'll happen.
I guess you're right.
We'll have to wait till that episode and see. But we can wish. Well, there are a few interesting guest stars coming up in this show. Like the next episode, the detective he goes back with is William Devane, who, if you look him up, you'll recognize him. He is in a lot of stuff. I like him a lot. I know him from 24. He was in a season of 24.
Yep, that's where I recognize him from. Yeah.
Okay. And later on in the season, Melora Hardin is in here. She plays in The Office. She is Michael's crazy girlfriend, boss. I can't remember her name on The Office, but
I know you're talking about. Yeah,
the boss that he's
madly in love with, and she treats him like garbage the whole time.
Right. When they actually end up together, he sleeps on the bench at the foot of the bed while she sleeps in the bed. That's Melora Hardin, who also was originally cast in Back to the Future as Marty's girlfriend. Yeah. And then when it was before it was Michael J. Fox, it was Eric Stoltz, and I think he was it might have been Michael J. Fox, but Melora Hardin is very tall for a female, and I think she was too tall for Marty. So I think when they recast Eric Stoltz, they had to recast her. What's his girlfriend's name? What's her name?
Jennifer.
Jennifer. Yes.
Yeah.
They had to recast. When they recast Marty, they also had to recast Jennifer, so she lost out on that role at that point. Yeah. But so those are the ones, and then Bruce Campbell. Those are just some of the guest stars that I see off the top of my head here pretty quickly. So interesting stuff. Yeah. We also did not mention that Logan's and Hemming's boss in here is Captain Matuzak, who is the same character from the movie.
Right. Different actor.
Played by a different guy. Yeah. But it is the same character. That's the only character that came over from the movie.
Yeah. Yeah. My wife watches that episode. She's like, where do I know that guy from? I'm like, the only thing you'll know him from is the 70s show. That 70s show, he was Donna's dad. And he plays a real idiot comedic character. Completely different than what he is in this show. And it's hard to see him in the show because we love that 70s show. We watched all of it. And seeing him in this, I just can't I can't reconcile him being a serious guy. So
that's funny. Interesting. Yeah, not much else on here. He was in Star Trek First Contact. He played one of the characters. He played Nicky the Nose in the holodeck scene. Like I
remember that. I just watched that the other day.
Picard tricks the Borg into following him in there, and he turns off all the safety protocols. He plays Nicky the Nose, who I can't picture right now, and I honestly can't even picture him in this show. The guy's name is Don Stark. We should mention that. His name is Don Stark, but he's in that. Yeah. What I know him from, he voiced the Rhino in Spider-Man, the animated series, which is...
Did he really?
That is my Spider-Man. I love Spider-Man, the animated series. That is what I know.
I didn't know he did the Rhino in that.
Yeah.
The 90s were just so good.
I know. I love them.
Great.
I love them.
And I love how everything for us connects. Like every show we watch, I'm like, this is great.
Well, it's easy when the shows that we're watching are set in the 90s.
Right. And they're all nerdy sci-fi stuff. So
yeah. But if we ever run out of 90s shows to watch or all our favorite genres, we are in for a world of hurt. But I'm excited to explore that. I'm definitely excited to explore it.
Yeah.
Hey, some exciting news.
Yeah.
That you probably all know by now, but if you're here and you're listening to our show or watching our show where we talk about, basically canceled TV shows, one of the most famous of all time, Firefly, looks like it's getting a revival. How awesome is that?
That's pretty cool.
We decided early on that we were not going to do a rewatch of Firefly because there's probably a couple podcasts out there that do that. But with it coming back, we've decided that we are likely going to do it for our next season. We got to do it. Like we got to do it to prep ourselves and prep everybody else for the revival cartoon of the new Firefly series. So that's going to be exciting. I'm super stoked about the cartoon.
I'm pumped too. And and everybody in my house wants to watch it.
Awesome.
My wife's like, we got to watch Firefly. I've never seen it before. My kids were like, what's Firefly? I'm like, we want to watch it. So I think we're going to turn it into a family event, which would be nice.
Good. You should. I watched it with my wife years ago, and I just within the last year or so watched it with my boys. So we all liked it. We all liked it together. It was fun.
Yeah. Very cool.
It's a good show.
Yeah, I'm pumped. It was a
Yeah.
nice little teaser too, the way they did it. Just having
it was
Nathan Fillion knock on doors, like it's
Yeah.
time.
Yeah,
It's cool.
and they all know what it's time for. Like I
Yeah.
thought that was cool. They're like, really, we're doing this? Super
Yeah.
fun. I love
It's
it.
pretty cool.
Yeah. All right. Hey, we got to roll. Thank you all for listening to another episode, and hope you enjoyed this one. Be sure to check us out on the socials, subscribe, and follow. And we will talk to you next time. I've been your host, Rob.
I'm your other host, Aaron, and we'll catch you next time. Bye, everyone. And this is episode 2 of season 3. We're doing Timecop, broadcast obituaries, Timecop. Let me do that again.
Definitely. I'm curious. I feel like there was one other crossover, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just thinking about this movie that we just watched. Give me 1 second. Nope, this was it. Never mind. I'm an idiot.
Okay.
Ignore me. We'll edit all that out.
Ignored. Matter of fact, we're going to edit you out.
Yes, I will be gone. I would no longer shall exist. All right.
Yeah.
No, I was trying to remember if this was one of the shows that we talked about that was produced by Sam Raimi, but it's not. He has nothing to do with this one.
Yeah, I don't think he does.